Okay, so now we're going to try another subtraction problem, and this is different than our last one since our second numerator has two items in it. And when we're subtracting, we have to be really careful because we're subtracting the entire second fraction. So when we deal with this problem, we're going to have 2y minus the numerator of the second fraction. We need to be sure we use parentheses. If we don't, we will be wrong. And our denominator will just be y minus 8. So we've got to be really careful right here to treat that as a group and make sure we distribute. I've written it this way. You can distribute from there, but I want it down here. So I've got 2y minus 3y plus 8 over y minus 8. Now I will continue up here. I'm out of room at the bottom of my screen. I end up with negative y plus 8 over y minus 8. Now my instinct is that I'm done here, but maybe there's more to do. It's kind of confusing. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can factor anything out of this, and it doesn't look like I can do much, but it is a negative y, so maybe I'll pull out a negative 1, which will make that a positive y, and if I take a negative 1 from 8, I'm not taking away, that's weird, but if I divide, which is what factoring is just a weird kind of division, if I divide negative 8 by negative 1, positive 8 by negative 1, I'll get negative 8. And so then I have this. Well, these two are the same, so they cross off, and my answer is negative 1, which seems really odd. So let's go back and kind of explore this a little bit mentally, this idea right here. And we can write this in two ways, and we can think about it differently. This is what we call an opposite binomial. Binomial because it's 2, and opposite because y is a different sign and 8 is a different sign, so they're both opposite signs. So what happens when I pick some numbers here? So let's go ahead and pick a number for y, any number you want. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of shrink this up. Maybe not quite that much, maybe not, but shrink it up so I have some room to play with it. So let's pick a number for y. How about 10? So if y is 10, we'd have negative 10 plus 8 over 10 minus 8. On the top we get negative 2, on the bottom we get positive 2, which is equal to negative 1. Let's try it again. Let's pick another number. How about negative 12? So if y is negative 12, I'd have negative 12 plus 8 over negative 12 minus 8, which will give me positive 12 plus 8, which is 20. Negative 12 minus 8 is negative 20, which is negative 1. And so there's a couple of examples, and we could keep picking numbers and plugging them in, and what we'll find out is that doesn't matter what I choose for y, I'm always going to get negative 1, which just basically takes this answer that I got here and makes it more valid, that it is negative 1. And that's what we call opposite binomials.